Dear child, the angels have an important message for you today. The angels ask for your full and undivided attention as they share something deeply significant with you. What they're about to tell you will stir your soul and leave you with emotions you may not fully understand at first. But it is vital that you listen closely. The words they're about to speak carry immense weight, and they are tied to someone you hold dear. Someone who occupies a sacred space in your heart. What they are going through now is nothing short of life-altering, and their decision will soon ripple through both their life and yours. This is not a time to panic or worry. It is a moment to understand, to hold space, and to prepare. Prepare your heart for what is unfolding. This special person in your life, someone whose soul resonates with yours in ways few others could, is standing at a crossroads. They are making a decision that will likely come as a shock to you. They are considering hiring a lawyer. I know how surprising this sounds. How the very mention of this might send a whirlwind wind of questions spiraling through your mind. Why a lawyer? What could have brought them to this point? Why have they not shared this with you before? These are valid questions, my dear, and I assure you that every answer will come in time. But first, I need you to listen with an open heart and an open mind, for the reasons behind this decision are far deeper and more profound than you might initially imagine. Your special person is not making this decision. Likely, this isn't about some simple legal matter or a minor issue they can resolve with a signature. No. This decision stems from a much deeper place, a part of their life that they have kept tightly locked away. It is about untangling themselves from something that has weighed heavily on their heart and soul for years. This is a burden they have carried in silence, perhaps out of fear, perhaps out of guilt, or perhaps even out of a desire to shield you from the pain of it all. Whatever the reason, they've reached a point where they can no longer bear this weight alone. They've decided to confront it, to face the truth head-on, no matter how difficult or painful it might be. Let me be clear. This is not an ordinary moment in their life. It is not a fleeting challenge or a minor obstacle. What they are facing now is monumental. It has shaken the very foundation of their being and compelled them to reflect deeply on every aspect of their life. They've spent countless sleepless nights wrestling with their emotions, weighing their choices, and searching for the courage to take this step. And now, after much reflection, they've realized that they must act. They must make a decision that will allow them to finally breathe freely, to live authentically, and to align their life with the truth of who they are. The angels know this is a lot to take in, and it may feel overwhelming. You might be wondering what this means for them, for you, and for your connection. I can sense the mix of emotions swirling within you. Confusion, worry, perhaps even a hint of fear. These feelings are natural, but I urge you to trust that there is a greater plan at work here. What is happening now is not meant to tear you apart or to bring more pain into your life. On the contrary, it is part of a process that will ultimately bring healing, clarity, and renewal. Not just for them, but for you as well. Your special person is in the midst of preparing for a divorce, a life-altering decision that is sure to stir up a whirlwind of emotions for everyone involved. Yes, the angels are fully aware that this revelation may feel like a storm crashing down upon you, leaving confusion, hurt, or perhaps even a sense of loss in its wake. but it is essential to stay close to them, to walk alongside them, and to offer your unwavering support, for the reasons behind this decision are not superficial or fleeting. They are deeply intertwined with their personal journey toward healing, self-discovery, and the freedom to live authentically. This choice is not one they've come to out of a place of anger, bitterness, or resentment, nor is it a decision made on a whim, influenced by impulsive thoughts or fleeting emotions. It does not stem from an unwillingness to face the challenges of partnership or a desire to escape the responsibilities of shared life. On the contrary, this path is the result of profound introspection, careful consideration, and a courageous acknowledgement of what their soul truly needs. At the core of this decision lies a longing, a yearning to live a life that resonates deeply with their heart's truth, a life where they can fully embrace who they are without compromise. It reflects their recognition of the importance of their own well-being, mental and emotional health, and their capacity to grow into the best version of themselves. While this may feel like a breaking point, it is also a moment of transformation, a step toward liberation and authenticity that could ultimately bring light into their life, even if the road ahead appears daunting. So as they navigate this complex and emotional process, hold space for them with empathy, understanding, and love. Their journey, though painful, is one of courage, and it deserves your compassion and respect. In the past, they entered a marriage not because they truly wanted to, but because they felt trapped by the expectations of others. Family pressures, societal norms, or the weight of obligation may have pushed them into a union that was never aligned with their most desires. At the time, they may have convinced themselves that it was the right thing to do, or that they could make it work. But over the years, the truth of their heart has become impossible to ignore. They've lived in a way that doesn't reflect who they truly are, and the weight of that has become unbearable. Imagine, dear child, what it must feel like to carry such a heavy burden, to wake up every day, feeling as though you are living someone else's life, to suppress your true self for the sake of appearances, to hide your pain behind a mask of normal. This is the reality they've been enduring for far too long, and now they've reached a breaking point. They've realized that they can no longer live this way. They can no longer deny the truth of their heart, or continue to sacrifice their happiness for the sake of keeping up appearances. This decision to bring their marriage to an end is not a means of shared responsibility, or avoiding the challenges that come with commitment. Rather, it is a profound and courageous act of self-awareness and self-respect. It is about liberating themselves from a bond that has over time ceased to nurture their sense of purpose or allow them to thrive as their most authentic selves. This is a conscious choice to disentangle from a partnership that no longer fosters their inner peace, personal growth, or genuine happiness. It is a declaration that will no longer accept a life lived out of obligation, where love is overshadowed by duty, and truth is eclipsed by illusion. Instead, they are embracing the difficult yet transformative process of prioritizing freedom over fear. The freedom to redefine their path and rediscover the person they are meant to be. They are choosing to honor their inner truth, even if it means stepping into the unknown, and to seek a life where love is not bound by expectation, but driven by authenticity and mutual respect. Though this step may be fraught with emotional complexity and difficult moments, it signifies a profound of their identity. It is a brave move to align their external reality with their innermost values and aspirations. In doing so, they are not just ending a marriage. They are choosing to rewrite their story in a way that honors their deepest truths and allows them to walk forward with purpose, clarity, and a renewed sense of self. But let me tell you, this journey is not an easy one for them. It is filled with fear, doubt, and uncertainty. They are grappling with feelings of guilt. Guilt for the pain. This decision may cause others guilt for not being able to make the marriage work. Guilt for choosing themselves after years of putting others first. They are also wrestling with fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of judgment. Fear of what lies ahead. Yet amidst all of this, there is also hope. Hope that by taking this step, they will finally find peace. Hope that they will be able to live a life that is true to who they are. Hope that they can one day stand before you unburdened and free, ready to share their heart with you in a way they've never been able to before understand. Dear child, that this decision is not just about them. It is also about you. They are not only seeking freedom for themselves, they are also seeking to create a space where they can connect with you in a deeper, more authentic way. They want to be able to love you without the chains of the past holding them back. They want to be able to offer you their whole unburdened self, free of the shadows that have haunted them for so long. This is a moment of profound transformation, a pivotal turning point that holds the power to shape not only the trajectory of their life, but also the course of your own. It is a moment laden with significance, one that invites you to embrace it not with despair or doubt, but with an unwavering sense of trust. Trust in the process that may seem uncertain, yet is inherently purposeful. Trust in their unique journey, which is unfolding in ways that may not always be visible but are deeply meaningful. Trust in the greater plan, a divine orchestration that is gently weaving together the threads of healing, growth, and renewal. What is occurring now is not a random series of events, but an intentional chapter in the story of both of your lives. It is a plan designed to push boundaries, challenge perspectives, and cultivate resilience in ways that might not be immediately understood, but will ultimately lead to transformation. This is a time to surrender to the flow of life's deeper currents, recognizing that even in the moments of difficulty or uncertainty, there is an underlying purpose working for the greater good. Both of you are on a journey not just toward change, but toward becoming more whole, more connected, and more aligned with the best versions of yourselves. Now I invite you to join me in a moment of prayer together. Let us hold space for their healing, for their courage, and for the love that is waiting to blossom. Let us call upon divine strength to guide their steps, to clear the path for their healing, and to prepare the way for a brighter future. This prayer is not only for them, but for you as well. It is a prayer for unity, for understanding, and for the love that binds your souls together. Repeat after me: Dear Lord of love, so kind and true, I lift my heart and call on you. Guide their steps through this unknown. Let them feel they're not alone through every tear, through every fight. Shine for them your healing light. Clear the path of fear and pain and wash away the heavy strain. Grant them courage, strength, and peace. Let doubt and guilt within them cease. Help them see the truth unfold with hands of love. Their heart to hold, may each step they bravely take be filled with hope for their own sake. Heal their soul, renew their mind, bring the peace they've longed to find. Prepare the way for what's to come, a union blessed where two are one. Let burdens fall, and love remain. Unite us, Lord, in joy. Again, take a deep breath, dear child, and hold on to this prayer. Let it fill your heart with hope and light. Trust that this step, as challenging as it may seem, is leading toward a brighter and more fulfilling future for both of you. Remember, even in the midst of the storm, there is always the promise of brighter days ahead. Hold on to that promise and let it guide you through this journey. God bless you, type. Amen, if you believe.